Hi, it's Mardie Caldwell with you today, and today we're discussing another wonderful book from Babette Donaldson. This is her second book in a series of three that introduces tea to children. This book also, though, is one that I think adults would like to read and have that. So welcome to the program, and thank you for joining me today to talk about your book. And this book here, Babette, is Emily's Magic Teapot. And this is a great book. The artwork is just wonderful in here too. Very, very pretty. And tell me a little bit about this book. You know, we in other videos and interviews we've discussed introducing children to tea. And tell me a little bit about what happens in this particular story that children are going to learn.
This one, I want to begin by saying we are not walking down the Harry Potter path.
Okay.
And so there's a little trick in the name. The magic in this teapot stems from her dream. She has a dream that this special gift from her grandmother is like Aladdin's magic lamp. And when these things start to come true, when her wishes start to come true, she goes, "Oh my goodness, this teapot is really the magic thing."
Sweet.
But her family helps, and her good friend Sam help her realize that her wishes were based on their relationships and on the special things of their life, and that's where the magic is.
Yes.
It's not the teapot. But I like sort of playing that little game with the idea of magic.
Yes. That's wonderful, and I think in bringing this out, this is a book that children will read over and over again too. And you have a great story about a grandmother, because these are books that people can buy from tea shops and tea rooms and bookstores, any of them. But a grandmother bought a book. Tell us about that story.
I got a call. It was just after Christmas. And she had found it for her granddaughter, and she said it was perfect because both of her daughter and son-in-law are professionals and not very much time at home, and she's been trying to deal with that situation.
Encourage it.
Encourage it. And so she said she bought this for her granddaughter, and she read it to her, and in the end there was this recipe that I wrote called Tunnels of Love, and it works into the story. And so the grandmother said to this little granddaughter, "Now you have to get your mommy and daddy to read the story to you on the weekends, and you'll make tunnels of love together." So she called me to say it worked. That her little scheme was perfect, that every weekend they had to read this book and have Saturday morning tunnels of love together.
And that's making a whole pattern and wonderful memories for the future. And what an opportunity for the parents probably didn't know, because us workaholics, we need some prompting, and this book was a perfect prompt for that.
It was the prompt.
Yeah.
And so they have their teapot. She got them a special teapot, and they have their Saturday morning ritual. And I think it's not just that they repeat something that I helped them create, but that they understand the value of creating things for themselves that will be the memories that this little girl will take into her adulthood and share with her own children.
Yes, exactly. And this is something too that I think is important. I collect teapots, and I collect musical teapots. And so when my son was little, we would have tea parties. He would just die if he knew that I was talking about that. But we would have tea parties, and I still to this day love drinking my tea out of fine, china. And I enjoy tea parties, and I did that for my daughter's birthday also, and had a wonderful little tea party for her girlfriends when she was 9 years old. So I think it's really important to introduce children to tea and have them have that experience, because as we mentioned before, tea is available in every country. And if you can introduce children to tea and they stay away from sodas and carcinogenics and other things that they really don't need to be around, it's a real healthy alternative.
It's a healthy alternative, but I can just say now, from my experience in the last few years of promoting these books, that everybody has a memory about this special teapot or the special teacup or what they did with Grandma.
That's right. I do too.
And we need to share them. We need to share these memories.
Well, one thing I do with my daughter is when she's not feeling well, I'll take her up a little silver tray and put a little doily on it, and I serve her tea in her great-grandmother's teacup. And it's so special with honey and silver. And it's the one thing you don't have to put a lot of money into it. You can get them at garage sales. You can get them all over. But it's the memories that you're creating, and her eyes just sparkle, and she feels so much better when I do serve her tea that way. And she loves it. So when she's not feeling well, she'll ask me for a cup of tea. And so she's a teenager now, and she still enjoys it.
She still enjoys it. Well, I also run into teachers that are using teacups and tea in the classroom, and it's something that's very relaxing and calming.
Right. And no objectives by the parents, because it's simple. So anyway, I do want to make sure that we get your website, so people that would like to go ahead and get Emma Lee's Magic Teapot, a wonderful book, great gift book also. What website can we send them to?
Emma Lee Books, EMMALEABOOKS.com.
That's great. Thank you so, Babette, for writing these wonderful books, introducing children all over the world to tea. And I thank you so much for being on the program today.
Thank you, Mardie.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us. Until next time, this is Mardie Caldwell. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your tea.